Hey there, it's David Cinelli here, Realtor with Royal LePage Signature, with another edition of your Real Estate Educational Fridays. Today we're back on the road with Sam Hewit. Thanks again for joining us, Sam.
Thanks for having me.
So the question I'm going to ask you today, Sam, we're saying, so obviously there's a lot of realtors on the Toronto Real Estate Board. I think there's about 55,000 now?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Almost 56,000 now.
So what advice would you give somebody who's looking for a realtor? What are you looking for attributes? And what have the realtors done that had success with their clients that, obviously they would want to refer them back? So maybe it's a two-part or maybe it's the same answer.
So I think overall, generally, when you're looking for someone to represent you on the real estate side, I think sometimes consumers get a little focused on the commission, which is obviously an important piece of the puzzle, but I encourage people to think about the fact that it's not the biggest piece of the puzzle, because this is arguably the biggest asset you're going to own, the value of your house. And you want to pick someone that's a true professional. So you asked about attributes. So I think, number one, they have to be a professional, full-time working realtor with experience. And when I say experience, it doesn't have to be 25 years in the business, but it has to be, experience that you feel as the client when you're communicating with them that they're the one that's going to do the best job for you. And so I typically encourage homeowners on the listing side to interview more than one realtor and to think about what that marketing package looks like. So what does the realtor suggest in terms of staging and home prep and services and getting the property ready, and who picks up those costs and what does that look like? Thanks to HGTV, presentation of listings is so important. And you obviously know that firsthand because your listings look impeccable when they come out, but that's what buyers want. They want to walk in and they want to see themselves in that space. And so clients need to pick a realtor that has the clarity and the understanding to make that happen so that they get top dollar for their property. It's a skill that not every realtor is able to really articulate properly. And it's a skill that not every realtor believes in. Some realtors will say, I'll charge you X% and the market's hot, we'll throw it up and it'll sell. And I encourage homeowners to think about the lost cost or the opportunity cost they're missing out on by not really showing their home in its best light possible.
I could agree more, obviously. I think it's one of the reasons why we love to have, we do the staging, we do the cleaning, we do all that, and we have top-notch photography because we want every single property to look the best. It's also my name behind it, but it's not really I want to make sure my clients are getting the maximum dollar. And by not doing some of those things, you do realize that you are cutting corners.
You do, and we've proven it. We've proven it, and if you look at listings on the Toronto Real Estate Board, you can see the difference between properties that are presented really, really well with the professional photos and the staging and the floor plans, and then the photos and the properties that you can tell there's, a finger in the picture, or there's someone's cat, or it's off center, or it's not lit properly. You can tell buyers don't see the same value in those listings on the board, and I think that's a key component for homeowners to think about.
And I think the one component as well I always bring to my clients is video.
Yes.
I think there was a report, there's 2016 that said that properties that had video, some sort of virtual tour, had over 403.
403%.
I remember
that stat.
Yeah,
403%
more, questions and answers. My clients, I've talked to them before, they said if there is a property that actually doesn't have a virtual tour, not just a slideshow, like a virtual tour, they won't even look at the property.
Yeah. I think consumers are becoming more and more educated, and the expectation of how properties are presented is increasing. And buyers want, they want the full effect. People don't want to spend their time driving around looking at homes that don't meet their criteria. They want to know they want to see that property because it fits their search.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again, Sam.
Yeah, thanks for.
She's got a wealth of knowledge, like I said before. We could talk here all day, but I don't want to bore you guys too much. But stay tuned.
We're nerding out here.
Yeah, we're gonna nerd out a little bit, but anyway, that's okay. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for another week of Real Estate Educational Fridays. Bye for now.